Hello and welcome to Mo Loves to Talk podcast. Today is November the 11th and it is Taco Tuesday. Woo! I am super excited to have you guys here with me today. I would love to start off with saying Happy Veterans Day. I want to wish my loved ones that have been in the military and served, my brother Chucky, my dad, he's deceased, rest in peace, Mr. TJ Reyes, and my friends, all who have joined and is active in the military now, as well as in the past. So happy Veterans Day. I also want to give out some birthday shout outs this month. We have a lot of November birthdays. I know I'm probably going to miss a lot of birthdays, but just know happy birthday, okay? And happy anniversaries to all the loved ones that are celebrating anniversaries this month as well. So we're gonna give a shout out to DTP, happy birthday, and to my friend, my best friend Latanya, happy birthday. Maurice, happy birthday. Um, I know it's a lot more, y'all. I know. But I just want to say happy birthday. Shout out to all the anniversaries in November. Anybody have work anniversaries, put it in the comments. Again, today's podcast is brought to you by American Slang Collection, www.americanslang.collection.com. Brook and Crane Media Group, LLC, and Southern Comfort Brass Band and Southside Beauty and Barbershop. I want to say shout out to Kansas Gray. He had a premiere of his film last week, and y'all, I heard it was so awesome. I saw the pictures, I saw the video. A lot of my friends were in the movie. Kansas wrote, directed. I mean, y'all, he is a one-stop shop. He's a great person. If you ever get a chance to meet him, talk to him, you'll see how much he cares about the community. He's an activist and he also believes in giving back. So I think this was a great opportunity to showcase how much talent we have in Mississippi and how much we have in the world. And anytime that, I personally get a chance to highlight talent, I love to do that. So shout out to Kansas Gray, Coach Boomaye did a great job. Everybody did a great job. Portia, great job. I saw that you was in it, so that is awesome. And Bash Dre, you did a great job. I heard that you were just awesome. The videographer. So if you ever need a videographer out there, shout out to Bash Dre. If you're tuning in today, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. This topic today is all things financial and open enrollment. If you work in a corporation, if you work at any type of company, right now you're going through open enrollment. and you're saying, with all the talks up there in the DC and Washington, what should I do? What should I do? Should I think about right now or should I think about the future? And we're going to talk a little bit about that later on in the show. But you guys know I always have what? A quote of the day. So today's quote I found is about finances. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Time is money. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. A penny saved is a penny earned. That sounds like something my mom would say. She usually always she's a great saver. So a penny saved is a penny earned. And one thing I can tell you she taught us early on is to save our money. She taught us to have a checkbook early on and balance our checkbook when we were teenagers and to save our money. So that was a really great thing to instill in us, even as a young age or even as a teenager, to be able to have something to be saved just for rainy days. Um, then we're going to get into the events of the day because you guys know I love entertainment and I know love fashion. But one thing I do love is events. So the events we're going to start with is on Wind Down Wednesday. Social 21 is going to have November the 12th, Wind Down Wednesday with live performance with Henry Rhodes. And the classic Blackout Bella 5050 is having her birthday celebration. So happy early birthday to Bella. It's on November the 22nd on Saturday, 440 Jackson. I do want to say a special shout out to Andre Dickens. He won re-election here in Atlanta. So big shout out to Andre. Hopefully I can interview him one day and you guys can see him right here with me on Mother the Talk podcast and we can get in depth to what his future is for Atlanta. I know he started off with a challenge the last term, but now he's turned around a lot of things here in Atlanta. We've developed a lot of technology, crime is down. And so he has been very strategic on making sure that he stays boots to the ground, even during this government shutdown. So shout out to Andre Dickens for re-election of Atlanta mayor. Here in Atlanta, they always try to do free Friday night movies at the Battery Atlanta, starting at 7 p.m. The movie series is serving up family friendly favorites under the stars, so you can grab your cozy blankets, your chairs, and join them for blockbuster hits. That's again at the Battery this Friday, November the 14th. It starts at 7 p.m., so it's a free event. So if you guys are wanting to bring your family and your friends, you come out and check it out here in Atlanta. It's at the Battery in Atlanta. And November 14th through the 16th, if you a big fan of comedy shows like I am, Lil Duval is going to be at the Renaissance Room at Johnny T's Bistro downtown. Check that out. And it's November 14th through the 16th. Here in Atlanta, it's going to be a tech industry mixer. That should be fun. That is going to be coming up soon on November the 20th. That's on a Thursday from 6 to 10 p.m. I hope to check that out. Um, Friendsgiving. So you heard it, Thanksgiving. So it's a Friendsgiving on November the 22nd with Tyler LePlay. And Tyler is you remember him from Have and Have Nots with Tyler Perry's Have and Have Nots. Right now, currently he is playing on um what is that show? Is it the Black? Oh, he just did a movie also on Netflix that just came out with Tyler Perry too, but he's very famous. He's one young actor. He's done a great, phenomenal job with a lot of shows that he's been on with Tyler Perry. He's in that Tyler Perry universe. So he's going to have an event and it's going to be on November the 22nd. Again, it's Friendsgiving. It's the Young Alumni Group. So that's going to be fun. And that's at the Jackson Convention Complex. So, woo, that's going to be fun. Okay, so of course, this Saturday, November the 15th, the post game show is hosted by Next Level Entertainment and Nero De Niro starting at 8 p.m. And this is at Last Call. My friend Nosai Lee, happy birthday, Nosai Lee. He's going to have a after party at Trio Jackson, and this is on November the 16th. And then earlier that day at 4th Avenue, he will be celebrating his birthday. So it's going to start off at 4th Avenue downtown, and then later on that night, it's going to be at Trio, the after party. So happy early birthday to Nosai Lee, Scorpio season. So bingo play list, you hear that? Bingo play list is going to be at every Tuesday at Phoenix Bar and Grill, which is the old ish, which is off of I-55 in Jackson, Mississippi. So check it out. It's the grown and sexy crowd, so you don't have to worry about the YNs mixing with the grown folks. So check out it's the bingo playlist at Phoenix Bar and Grill. It is a model casting call. It's Sunday, November the 16th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Express, the conference room at I-55 South Frontage Road in Byram, Mississippi. They are asking for you to wear all black, ladies heels 3 inch or higher. If you they're seeking male and female models of all sizes, ages 18 and up. So if you're interested in it, make sure you check that out. Modeling casting call Sunday, November the 16th from 2 to 4 p.m. And that's in Byron, Mississippi at the Holiday Inn Express. So people always say, I don't know how to get into the modeling industry, or I don't know how I can, get into some of these agencies. This is a step forward. And so you have to put your feet out there and walk in faith in anything that you do. So make sure that you go on these casting calls. If they say no, that doesn't mean that particular person that it's going to be no for everybody. It's just that is not who they're looking for or what they're looking for at that moment. I have been in a lot of modeling opportunities. I've been in fashion shows, and I'm not a size two, and I'm not a 6 feet. But at that time, what they were looking for is me. And so you never know what the casting director or the person who's promoting the event, what they're actually looking or the look. So you may even go in and you may surprise them and they may have an idea what they want, and then when they see you, they were like, oh, okay, well, I never had a model that looked like that. And they change their mind. So be a trendsetter, go in your instinct. Always make sure that you be prepared. Always, practice your catwalks, you can actually go on YouTube, go into old runway there's videos out there with runway walks. There's out, Tyra Banks, her old shows. You can pull that up. Even myself, she's a very good person, that model that used to go out there and just be, showcasing how great she walks. You can actually pull those up and practice at home. So when you get out there on these casting calls, you actually can show people what you want. Um, so the Scorpio takeover, Mike Robb, is Saturday, November the 15th. Um, and Social Fridays, Friday, November the 14th. Again, Social 21 Bistro featuring Jason Smith. We have Vibe in Paint, which is at the Daiquiri Bar on November the 13th. So that's going to be fun. So if you like to paint and then you get to vibe, it's at the Daiquiri Bar. And then on Southern Comfort Brass Band, come something will be at Martin's downtown this on the 14th. So that is awesome. So on the 14th, they will be at Martin's downtown Southern Comfort Brass Band. Um, we have actual Wow Wednesday Block Party free event. New Horizon presents it on November the 12th. It will be food trucks, game trucks, music, and more. So get ready to party with us. The event is going to be from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Free admission. Invite your friends and family. It's a block party. Also, I want to say congratulations to JSU Rock the House. Dun, 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 dun. On last Saturday, when they went and beat Delta, yes, 42-3. Yes. So congratulations to JSU. I'm super, super happy. Don't miss it. Grand opening, rooted in Mississippi. That was on November the 8th. I just want to say congratulations to her for her new business, rooted in Mississippi. Then on November the 22nd at Social Saturday, JSU versus Alcorn After Party DJ Nasty Show. It's again from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's hookahs and everything and eats. It's Social 21 Bistro. So it's the Social Saturday. This the JSU and Alcorn After Party. We already know who gonna win. JSU. So I do want to mention also that there today, I know it's almost late, so it's probably already closed, but if you can catch a smoothie king, they're giving free smoothies for veterans and active military. So you just have to just go and enjoy your free 20-ounce smoothie. And that's from Smoothie King. The pre-mix candle experience. I'm sorry, the remix candle experience is December 13th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. My friend Jess is having a remix again party, and I know that that's going to be fun at the BAC Center, Briarwood Art Center. So make sure you check that out. The tickets are on sale now. So if you want to grab a friend and y'all want to come out and make some candles and have some fun, check that out at the Briarwood Art Center. I also want to mention the podcast festival. We are accepting right now interest with vendors, food trucks, and if you want to volunteer or if you want to go in and do your bid for a photographer or videographer. We are going to have some openings for maybe one or two artists to volunteer if you want to get on stage, but I would definitely have to check out a video, and it will have to be a clean version that we can play on air. It will have to be your own music, because we are going to be putting it over Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and a lot of platforms. So we don't want any licensing copyright. So it has to be your own music. And we got a lot of surprises, a lot of surprises. This year it's gonna be so much better, so much bigger. Last year I had 3 months of planning because I just came up with the idea in January and I did it in March. And I was so proud of myself for coming up with something so creative and just innovative that I just like, oh my God, if I did this in 3 months, what can I do in a year? And what can I do in 2 years? So every year I just wanted to get bigger and better. And I just want more and more people to come, and I want everyone to just share it and just to be able to come and participate. It is ages 21 and above. So this year we want to make sure, that we stick to that because we do have alcohol on site, and sometimes we, can't watch everybody. So I do want to make sure that if we do have some people, kids that's on, that's part of the event, that they are chaperone. But yeah, I'm just super, super excited. So if you're interested in any of those categories, email us at Brooke and crane at gmail.com. We have some great panelists already agreed to come back and volunteer to share their knowledge and expertise. But we're calling all YouTube creators, Twitch gamers, influencers. If you have a podcast now, we definitely want you to come and participate and share your knowledge, and sometimes you can actually collaborate with people right on the spot, interview each other, showcase your t-shirts, your merchandise. If you're a business or an entrepreneur, come and showcase your business with your merchandise as well. So definitely look forward to that, and that's March the 22nd, 2026. So it's coming up in 4 months. So it's gonna go by so fast. Okay, so we're gonna get into. Oh, and I do want to mention this because this weighed heavily on my spirit all last week, and I was just in such. When I heard this, I was in such a bad mood. I just really didn't even want to, talk to anybody. I really just didn't even want to. I really just was in a really foul mood because when I heard the news. But I just want to say my condolences go out to Marshawn Nealon, the Dallas Cowboy player. He died at 24 at such a young age. And when I do different episodes about mental health, and it does also, make me feel sad that a lot of people are suffering and suffering in silence. And I just want anybody who's listening or anybody who have family members that are suffering, sometimes it's something that is uncontrollable that you definitely don't understand, but be loving to that person, be caring to that person, because the struggle is real. And never make fun of and never judge anyone because they're different from you, because you never know what somebody is going through, and we need to show more people grace. And if someone is going through something, instead of making fun of them or treating them different or treating them bad because, or choosing not to be around them because you never know how they're may make you feel, or maybe showcase something, an episode or anything. Show love, ask them how they're doing, call them. One of the things you could do is just pick up the phone and just say, hey, I just was thinking about you. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. I love you. Every day, call them, check on them. Every day, don't not call them. Don't never stop texting them. Um, and sometimes if you see that their behavior, meaning like sometimes you can actually see when somebody is going through it and you say, well, you just didn't get your hair cut, or you didn't get your beard, or you possibly didn't get your hair done, and knowing this person keeps up their hair, knowing this person keeps up their beard, or knowing this person keeps up, the way that they look, but you see them every, going through something, but you're afraid to say something. That is the time to say something. That is the time to speak. A lot of times with my intuition, with the way I am, I'm just a nurturing, person. So I can sense certain things from my friends. And, I can, if God puts it on me to call them, I will call them. If God puts it on me to text them to see how they're doing, I'm going to do it. And sometimes I may FaceTime them, and sometimes I may pull up on them. I want them to do the same for me. So I just want to say condolences. My condolences go out to his family, and hopefully we can prevent um this from happening again. And for if someone is struggling and you see them struggling, don't go in and cause more pain. Get them some help. Therapy is a good solution. It's not everybody's solution, but it is a good solution. and just be there for the person, even if you have to be around them and physically be there just to make sure they're good. So I just wanted to say that. Now we're going to get into the show about finances. Now, many of you guys don't know because I'm always showcasing my talent with entertainment and fashion and this podcast. But a lot of you guys didn't know or don't know that I actually have a double degree. I went to Tulu, which is a HBCU. I went to Tulu. I have a degree in economics, and I also have a double degree, a minor in accounting. I also have a banking experience where I worked there 8 years before I have the job, the corporate job that I have currently now in technology that I've been there almost 11 years. Well, 11 years. So I do have a financial background. I also went to business school as well where I learned financial and marketing at Jackson State University, another HBCU. So I have a really broad and sense of how finances is working. And I was supposed to be an accountant, but I went a different direction. And I did work at a tax place, and I do my and also I've helped other people understand the importance of making sure that you handle your finances right. Now, I don't consider myself a financial consultant, so you guys, I'm just giving you some information that you can help you in your life that you can actually maybe teach someone else, or maybe possibly go over with your family members or your friends to help them in the future. So we're gonna start off with some of the important things that help you when it comes to um, finances. Okay. So what is the best way of saving money? Who out there know what's the best way of saving money? Hmm. Well, here's some top ways. Do not keep too much debt. Debt diminishes your savings. Buy genuine products, create a budget and track expenses regularly. That's good. Prioritize paying off high interest debts like your credit cards, because right now I think they're like at 29, 30%, most credit cards majority of the time. Build on emergency fund. Use credit cards wisely, okay? Don't max out your credit cards now. Smart shopping for major purchases, and make good use of any extra or unexpected income, because a lot of times um we may get some unexpected income like this $2,000. So instead of going out there and just buying up everything that you don't need with this $2,000 that somebody is keep on promising us, okay, then you take that and you put that into a savings, so a portion of that, and make sure you save it for a rainy day. Okay, to save money fast on a low income, focus on two key factors. Okay, so drastically cutting expenses and increasing income. So, first, you're going to create and follow a strict budget. Okay, and you're going to track your spending to see exactly where your money is going. So, for me, every month in my notes on my phone, I do like 1 to like 10, and I have all my bills. I say, okay, this month is November, and I say November bills, and I have 1 through 10, and I say, okay, this bill is for utility for the lights, and this bill is for my cell phone, this bill for gas, and this bill is for my hair, this bill is for my food and groceries. And I'll take a list and I put down exactly what I spent or how much that bill was and when I paid it in. That's how I can track my expenses and what goes out and what goes in. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to prioritize essential needs like housing, utilities, and groceries, and cut down on wants. So your wants are just going to the movies, going maybe possibly get that extra pedicure that you possibly don't need. You can do it yourself. The cash envelope method can help you stick to specific spending limits for different categories. So you can reduce food cost. You can cook at home. Yep, I've been doing that a lot. Meal plan around sales. You can use coupons and cashback apps. You can lower your monthly bills. You can review subscriptions. So, like your Netflix, your Hulu, some of those subscriptions, you can, in your gym subscriptions, you can pick them right back up. But when you're trying to save money, they're good. Like, I love Netflix. I'm a big Netflix. I'm a big Hulu. I love them. Sometimes I will cancel them and then pick them right back up. Shop for cheaper insurance and phone plans. Yes, it is always good to get a good quote on insurance because it is so many different insurance companies. It is really great for you to get shop around for a quote, and phone plans. Sometimes you can go to other phone carriers because they have a plan for new customers versus existing customers. So sometimes you can actually go to another carrier and you can save money that way. Avoid debt and pay off high interest loans. So I always tell people, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. But 401ks and life insurance is where you can borrow against those, as opposed to going and getting those high interest loans that take you like 3 years after you done borrowed $1,000 or $2,000. It take you 2-3 years or even more to even pay it back because of the interest, and you having all of their payments are going towards the interest first versus paying towards your principal. So it is really important that you avoid going and getting those high interest loans if you can. Find cheaper transport, like walk, carpool, or use public transport instead of using your own vehicle to save on gas, insurance, and maintenance costs. So if you know you have a coworker possibly that lives in your same building or lives close by you, maybe one week somebody drives back and forth, and then the next week the other person take a chance, take turns driving back and forth, or if you want to take a bus, or maybe possibly like take a Uber instead of using your car or your vehicle. Buy secondhand when you need to purchase items like clothing or household goods. Increasing income, start a side hustle. You can Uber, you can do DoorDash, um, you can even be an influencer. You can actually do graphic design, you can create flyers. There are so many avenues that you can do as a side hustle. Take on a part-time job or freelance work to bring in extra cash. There are so many photographers or videographers that people are looking right now to do behind the scenes, and they will hire you to do that. Driving for a ride share, offering services like dog walking, babysitting. It's so many people that need dog walkers or babysitters. Freelancing online, like I mentioned, web design or writing. Sell unused items. So if you have an unused item that you have around the house is valuable that you're not using, like that motorcycle, you're never gonna get back on it. Sell it. You have that boat that you haven't even taken it out on the actual sea or the water or the pond or anything in the last 5 or 10 years. Sell that boat before they tell us to go back over the river anyway. Just kidding. Ask for a raise or seek a better paying job. If possible, explore opportunities for advancement at your current job or look for new employment that offers higher pay. Okay, so here's some things that you can save money that I suggest. So if you're a big coffee person and you always go to get coffee every morning for daily runs, cut it. Alcohol consumption, cut it. Smoking, cut it. Eating out, cut it. Subscription based, unsubscribe, cut it. Delivery subscriptions, cut it. Fun activities like going to the clubs and the lounges and the hookah bars, cut it. Trips and travel plans, cut it. Choose the train, the car instead of the airplane, cut it. Try using fuel pumps on gas. Buy Costco, Sam's gift cards so you can use the points if you don't have a membership. Buy in bulk, okay, with toiletries. Change your light bulbs to solar lights or the LED lights, okay? So if you have some lights out there, change them to solar lights. Then we have, what is the number one rule of finance? What do you guys think? Hmm. The pay yourself first rule is a fundamental principle in personal finance. So it means you should treat your savings as a priority and pay yourself before you pay anyone else. This involves setting aside a portion of your income for savings and investments as soon as you receive your paycheck. So, for an example, if you get a paycheck this week for $1,000, put 10% of that into a savings, which is $100. So now you're going to put $100 in an envelope. You can put it in your save, or you can put it in your bank account in your savings for $100. Now, how much do you have left? $900. That is correct. So now you have $900. So now you can pay your bills that you've already tracking for that week. Okay? So that is how you save money. The three golden rules of finance are often understood in two different contexts as the three fundamental rules of accounting and as the three core principles for personal money management. The accountant rules are debit, which is what comes in, and credit, which was goes out. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. And debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gains. So for personal finance, the rules are to spend less than you earn. Okay, so the actual goal is to spend less than you earn and to save and plan for the future and help your money grow through investing. Okay, so now we have the 5 P's. What do you say? The 5 P's, Mo. Yes. Together, these 5 P's create a cohesive framework that drives successful asset management by focusing on planning, people, process, portfolio, and performance. Investors can maximize their chances of achieving financial success while effectively managing risk. So, what is the best financial rule? It's the 50-30-20 rule, which recommends putting 50% of your money towards your needs. And your needs is like your utility bills, your car note, your rent, your mortgage. 30% towards your wants, which is like getting your hair done, get your nails done, pedicure, stuff like that. And 20% towards your savings. I said 10% because I was saying weekly, but if you want to do bi-weekly, it will be 20%. Because if you get paid every 2 weeks, you can do it that way. Or if you just get paid twice, once a week, once a month. What are the 3 S's of investing? The 3 S's of investing typically refer to stability, safety, and security, represent the goals of building a reliable and protected portfolio. Another interpretation uses the 3 S's, which is spreading, selecting, and signaling, which are concepts for financial interpretation. So we got stability, which is the ability of the portfolio to remain consistent and reliable over time. Safety, which is protecting the principal investment from loss and minimizing risk. You got security, which is building a portfolio that provides peace of mind and a long-term financial stability. So spreading, which means investing across a variety of assets to avoid the risk of single investment failing, much like an index fund spreads risk across many stocks. And we're going to talk about stocks in just a little bit. Selecting carefully, choosing specific investments within your portfolio. This requires research and skill to identify the risks that you can take, and make sure you take your time. So if you're not really familiar with stocks, and making sure you choose which stock that you think is going to be lucrative, you can always get a financial advisor at that particular company, or you can hire a financial firm that can help you as well. Signaling is the process of convincing investors that are skilled and sound, which can be done through things like performance records or transparency. So, what is the holy trinity of investing? Hmm. Okay, so we got Trinity is a reference to three core elements of the portfolio. So you have assets diversified across a global investment set. You got tilts toward investing, exhibiting value and momental traits. You got exposure to trend following. And if you find any of these terms unfamiliar, don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. All right. So, have you heard of financial angel investor? So, I've heard of investors, which, of course, because I've, went to school for finance and accounting. So, of course, I've heard of in business. So, of course, I've heard of investors. But when I was doing my research for this show, I've never heard of an angel investor. So, here is what an angel investor is. So, how much money do you have to be an angel investor? So, how much money do you guys in the chat? Yes, chat. I would like to know, how much do you think it will be for you to be considered an angel investor? Yes, it's a criteria. hmm Well, here is there's no single minimum amount, but to be an angel investor, you must be an accredited investor, mean the SEC requirements of having a network of over 1 million or an annual income of over $200,000. Okay. So, but that's if you're single. But if you're married, you have to have a network of over 300,000 for the past 2 years. Once qualified, investment amounts vary greatly, typically ranging from a few thousand. So you can't just have someone be an angel investor and they say they want to invest in your business, but then they're not accredited by the SEC. Okay. Okay, so that's really important. The network is really important. Um, we do want to know how they're diversified. So, if an advisable for new investors to spread their investments across multiple companies to mitigate risk rather than making one large investment. So, for me, I would say if I was a financial person and I'm trying to invest in someone's stock, I would not just go in and put a lot of money or my client's money into one particular stock, because I feel like it will give a red flag that maybe possibly I know more than I know. So I wouldn't do that. I would, like they would suggest, is to put their money over several different companies, because if one company does bad 1 month or 1 week, at least the other companies may be increasing. Okay. And so that will compensate for the loss that they had in that particular month or that week with the last company. So my advice is to spread the money, spread the wealth, spread the love across many companies if you're going to invest in some stock. Okay. Now we're going to get into open enrollment. So open enrollment is also very important, because when you get ready to do open enrollment, you do need to choose between medical, dental, vision. Also, you need to go in and choose a good supplemental insurance, health flex card, and Medicare, Medicaid, if that's the age that you are at, and disability insurance. Why disability insurance is really important is because if by chance you have an accident or you're not able to work, that disability insurance will help with supplement some of your income. Medicare and Medicaid is very important because at a certain age, when you're not able to afford and your income is not the same as when you was working when you were younger, Medicare helps supplement some of the the um the health plans that you can continue to go see the doctors and continue to go and get your needs met when it comes to your health. So Medicare and Medicaid is very important in making sure that you have the right plans. Okay. Open enrollment, most jobs are going on right now in the month of November, probably to the end of or the middle of December, or the very beginning of December. Every company is different. Medical insurance, some people can choose to pay now, and I'm sorry, pay later choice. And I do that because my company has a group rate, and so I do the pay later. So it is a cheaper rate. However, the insurance company has a co-payment. You choose which plan is best for you. I have the vision plan and I have the dental plan. With the dental plan, it comes two checkups with the exams and the cleaning a year, and that's free. And then it does cover up to a certain amount. With the vision plan, it comes with the free exam, excluding glasses and excluding your contact. That's an extra fee. And then if you decide you want to get contacts, that's a certain amount. But they do give you glasses free once a year. So I love the fact that every year we have a choice. Make sure that if you're not a tobacco person, and make sure you choose not to choose that option for not tobacco, because that also will affect, and they will add that extra amount to your insurance. Okay, so make sure if you're not a tobacco user, make sure you choose that option, and don't forget. I know that I covered a lot today. I'm gonna try to get someone on here that talks nothing but financial. We can go over a lot more, can go over a lot of great details. But also I want to say 401ks is very important. When I started off at the bank, of course you have to wait 1 year once you being full time, and at that time, you couldn't be a part time in the 401k. But then they changed it where you could be full time and part time with a certain amount of hours part time. And I got in the 401k. But what I did know is later on, when I got ready to start my other job, what I did know, and what some financial advisors will not tell you, is that yes, you can roll that over to the next job. And also, or you can go open up at the bank and you can open up your account. So of course I just took it out, not knowing that it was going to cause me all these taxes, which of course I'm not 59 and I wasn't 59 at that time. So of course it's going to be penalized even more because I was not 59 at the time. And as you know, right now 59 is the number for if you want to take your money out of your 401k or your IRA Roth account, that you will be penalized a certain amount depending on the state, from the federal IRS and from the state. So now I know. So that's why it's a hard lesson to know and to figure out on your own, but at least I do know. So growing up, those things didn't exist when my parents was around, 401ks, and they didn't have that kind of options or whatever when they were younger, my age or whatever, in their 20s and 30s. So now that we know, I can teach my nieces, I can teach my nephews, I can teach, my friends' kids, I can teach them, and we can pay it forward. So even though our generation before us didn't have those options, because at that time they couldn't even vote. I mean, women couldn't even vote until the late 60s. So I mean, and they couldn't even have a bank account. So when you realize how we really have not come that far from women even having the ability to even vote and even to even have their own account, and then now we have our own 401ks. We running our own companies. We're actually out here, making our own money. And now we're having to teach other people, generations now, our younger, nieces and nephews. Now we're teaching them, making sure that we put them in a better position than we were even had the opportunity to learn about. Thankfully my mom and dad were very smart about making sure that we got a great education, making sure that we had all resources and be able to get a college education. Nowadays a lot of kids don't have that. They don't have people pushing them to make them get an education, to finish high school, to even go out there and be in all these activities, and to be able to learn the importance of saving and being putting money up for tough times. So I am thankful for my mom and my dad for being showing me what entrepreneurship look like, and show me exactly what it takes in order to have a household where things are run, where people are saving money, and people have each other's back. These days, so many people in this society, in this world, everybody is me, 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 me. Nobody wants to help each other. Nobody wants to, you know, um, lift each other up. And I just want to say, anybody out there that right now, if you're going through something, I'm looking at you right now and I'm feeling you. If you're going through something right now, in a tough time right now, things are going to get better. I know you look at the news, I know you see Facebook and Instagram, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get better, but I promise you it's going to get better. I promise you, God is not going to put us through none of this without a silver lining, okay? So I just want to say thank you guys. For giving me the opportunity to come with you today for a great, great hour, sharing with you my experience about finances and giving you the events for today. Again, anybody out there that would like to be part of the podcast festival in March of 2026, please reach out to me. I am so, so happy to be part of such um, a great team. They have been so loving on me and so wanting to help me. They wanted to be successful. Nobody complains about doing anything. They say, "Mo, what do you need me to do?" And I just tell them, "Hey, how I need y'all. I need y'all." So don't be afraid to tell people, "Yes, I do need you." You can't do everything alone. And this podcast festival is not for me. It's for all the people out there that has never had the opportunity to do anything on their own and need the opportunity to showcase their talent. They need to meet and network with people and don't have the ability. They too shy. They think they too big. They think they're too tall. They think that they're too light skinned. They're too dark skinned. They think that their eyes are too big, or they think their eyes are too small, your nose too big. This is for you. This is for everybody who, whenever you went into a job interview and they told you no, this is for you. This is for when you went into an audition and they told you no, you was not good enough. This is for you. This is for everybody who hate on you. This is for you. So calling our YouTube creators, our podcasters, our Twitch streamers, and everybody who is an entrepreneur, This podcast festival is for you. So I just want to say thank you again for tuning in to Mo Loves to Talk podcast. We'll see you next Tuesday. And I hope y'all have a great week. I love you guys. And thank you, Mom. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mo Loves to Talk podcast. Make sure you go over to our Facebook page of Podcast Festival, which is Pod Festival, and on Instagram at PODFEST_JXN. Okay, so see you then. Bye. Love you guys.